Heads up, hey all, guys, lovely students. Due to the circumstances for 11th day, I couldn't be able to give my class. I know you were doing highly hard these afternoon and morning, but I need to cover up this important and fundamental and crucial topic for you. So let's take a look at this theory of homonymy, homography, and homophony, right? Or homonyms, homographs, and homophones. I want to give you all in detail these phenomena of language. Why? Of course, it's a powerful tool to comprehend and to go in depth in the language paradigms and phenomena, okay? This is really common, but we just ask ourselves and wonder why? Why many words with similarities? Why this happened? But these questions and jargons are just solved up by linguists. And you have the pleasure of counting on a translator and a linguist like me to empower you in these kind of criteria and world, like our realm, you know? So let's start. What do they have in common? What they really are? Let's just solve this huge cloud. So we have to break down words into two to know the root, the etymology, the origin, the cradle of things, to just reveal the mysteries. Okay? So homo means same. And then we need to move to the other half. What is it names? What is it graphs? What is it phones? What do they have just in common? So following the thread, let's say that homophone is just a sound. So things that have the same sound. By things, I refer words. So maybe in life you have heard of pedal and pedal. Why pedal teacher and pedal here as well? Because in oral production, in oral activities, we tend to, um, let's say, flap some letters with both T and D letters when it goes in the middle of words. So to neutralize your Latin accent, you need to start applying some flapping, okay? To start transforming letters to speak faster and with a better pitch, okay? So these are words without the same pronunciation, but they differ in the way they are written. So in the spelling, yes, in briefly, okay? So pedal and pedal, different spelling, different letters, but they have common pronunciation. Okay? There's several of them. So you may ask, why teacher 2 and 2 and 2? Yes, they have the same utterance, the same way of sounding, but they have both different writing and maybe different expression, different meaning by semantics. Okay, there, and there, same thing, same pattern. You need to produce the words similarly, but what it solves the puzzle is just the context. Okay, and the way they are written, the spelling they come from. Let's just jump into homonyms. So we have homo same, similar, and name. So they're just words that have the same spelling, but they have a different meaning. They sound the same, and their spelling is just the same thing. So we have bear as the animal and bear to endure, to resist. Okay, kind of synonym. Start using synonym in your speeches in order to expand your lexicability. So different tools to start varying your discourse, not to use the same things to survive. Try to start with variation of words, with adjectives. So don't standardize your oral speeches. So that's why bring here this common, simple, but really fructiferous material. So bear, animal, and bear endure. When you write down essays and different kind of writings, you can use bearing in mind the information provided above, and it'll give you like politeness. And when somebody checks and revises your writing, it makes and provokes the reader that your vocabulary is not like with a simple A1, A2, and B1 level. So it demonstrates that you're highly getting up like a native or even in superior levels. Okay, following homonyms, we have more examples. Stop, the action to spy someone else, and stalk, referring to the plant, but not the plant itself, but this kind of thing right here, like the root, the stable thing in the plant, okay? Like gajo, raíz. Got it? Let's move on to homographs. Homosimilar in graphs writing, okay? So words that have same spelling but different sound, like wind and mind. Different meaning, different sound, but same spelling. We have even more examples with this, talking about verbs, like read for the present and read for the past. So they have the same letters, but why it doesn't sound the same, alike? Because they're homographs. So the wording is equal, but the pronunciation is quite different. So here you are, bass and bass. Bass, fish, and musical instrument. So this is really basic. And for practicing more and appropriating more, I have a PDF document on the platform so you can check it out and do your assignment because this is gradable. This is for evaluation. So check the platform, do the activity, and send it to me to my email. Remember my email, Julian-Aguirre at saintlouisray.edu.co. Or you can just have my phone number and send it to me to my box, to my WhatsApp chat. 317-725-7642. And last but not least, this topic about cognates. We have two different situations: true cognates and false cognates, or true friends and false friends. So, cognates are just some words that come from the same root, talking about languages. So, they exist in languages. They're exactly the same, or maybe don't. So, it's easier to learn for vocabulary. So, these are vocabulary tips, skills to just start bettering your capability of performance in any scenario. Okay? So, use your knowledge of English and mix it to just potentialize your capacities in the language. So, English and Spanish come or gather up some words, typically like a borrowing. So, there are thousands of words from the proto language Latin, and you can start making approximations in translation with this theory of cognates, okay? This field of cognates, because they have some rules that can give you like the property to start knowing, expecting, or just like idealizing how the word can be in a foreign language, which is English, okay? Only about 10% of these words are false cognates. So if we talk about true cognates or cognates itself, it is words with almost the exact representation in graphics by means of letters. But the 10%, which is really a minimum, is a really tiny amount of percentage or ratio of false cognition. So, gender. When looking at words, English is um, not a complex language to learn as Spanish is. So English is simplified and Spanish is richer and with um, a more dense criteria. Okay, so the spelling. When we have word ending like A, O, or E, we tend to make dropping to start changing vowels in English. So, like these words in Spanish, forma becomes form, positivo. So it um, transform its structure to be like positive. So it can change letters, positions, and we instantly have the L2 form. Um, Here are some rules. I will upload this material to the platform so you can start using it. We have uh, classifications of cognates by pronunciation, like autumn, chocolate, console, familiar, gas, hotel, idea, melon, million, blaze, radio, regular, similar, telephone, and village. These are Spanish. They're almost identical. They just vary how I pronounce words. you know. This one, be careful because this doesn't have like the intonation mark. And same with melon and million. So you just add one I here before the O. You just replace the Z and the A for a C and an E. And for telephone, we just changed the F for a PH and this O for an E. And last, we have village. You just add the G and the E, and you transform to the English word. Guys, here. So Spanish word with this kind of sort of ending is equivalent of English. So instead of aire, we have air. We just drop, remove, delete. This and we have the English version of it. This is the contradiction of the rule. So we start adding some specific letters to it. Instead of this, we drop the O for an E, like here. We drop the O, and we have cost. Creative, we just drop the O for an E. Credit, drop the O. Diet, we drop the A. Drama, same thing. With this one, we take a look at MA, and it changes for like A or dropping to make the word in English. Okay, here diagram just without this last vowel. Idiom, but be careful because idiom and language are different conceptions. Idiom is like the usual expression we use in speaking communities, and language is the system. Okay, Spanish, English, Portuguese, Chinese, etc., but not the idiom. We don't use idiom to talk about language. That's apart from the original meaning. So you can take a look at this whenever we have area. It's because in Spanish it's aerial. So it's anniversary, dictionary, disciplinary, itinerary, literary, necessary, ordinary, salary, vocabulary, among others. Same with this ending, so we change it to T and Y. Authority, community, difficulty, infirmity or illness, formality, velocity. So this material is late, just goat. Okay. Um, there I told you we have the photocopy, the PDF document. So check it out. Multiple choice, 2 pages, simple to accomplish. You can do it in pairs. So one person does first section and the other does the rest. Don't throw this info to the trash and implement this material in your expressions, in your oral moments. Guys, in the false cognate, this is the cognation, the true cognation, but false cognation are words which changes from English to Spanish because we tend to think that they come from the same language and origin. Okay, the cradle I was talking about. Like to talk about fabric. So instantly we think that fabric is fabrica, but it is not. It's just this one.